right, so take us to the beginning, how you met Nate.
I met Nate a long time ago. I was working at the Council Bluffs GameStop, and he'd come in all the time. And I had been to Magnum. I knew who he was, and I would just all the time. He'd come in. Oh, I'm gonna come train. I'm gonna come train and be there. To the point where he would be like, "Oh yeah, okay," like, because I never did. And then COVID happened, shut everything down, and he had made a post about training school, and I knew that it was now or never. Like, I want to do this, otherwise I'll never have an opportunity again. So I signed up. Here we are.
Take us to like those training things, like what about Nate, Jaysin, Strife, like just really motivated you and, helped you get to where you're at right now?
He had this old school training mentality. He's not going to sugarcoat it. My first day of training, I was 380 pounds. And he told me, if you're going to make this, you need to get in shape, you need to lose weight, or this isn't for you. That was day one. And I took that personally as a challenge. And then I spent the next 2.5 years just sitting under his learning tree all the time. Car trips, messaging each other, anything and everything in between. He knew I wanted to be a tag team wrestler, and he taught me that. He helped push me to the point of, I don't think I did anything right for the first year at all. Like, that's how passionate he was in making you better. Like, my first ever compliment was a show in DeSoto, Iowa. I was in the ring with James Storm. And after the fact, Strife came up to me and said, "James Storm said I trained you well. Way not to shit the bed." And that was a very proud moment for me, I'm not going to lie. I can't thank him enough for that. He always pushed you to be better. He was very much the old coach, if I stop talking to you, I've given up on you. And I wanted to keep getting better and better and better because of that.
Very clearly, just how much you've taken his advice to heart and, from a personal standpoint of knowing how proud of you he was. What about like his training, his friendship? Are you going to carry him with you for the rest of your life?
I still hear him in my head. Anytime I'm putting a match together, I was messaging Brixton about, I wanted to do a frog splash for no unprompted reason. I want to try a frog splash. And in the back of my head, I heard him yelling at me in his voice, "Why the fuck do you need to do a frog splash for? You have no business doing that."
And on that lighter note too, is there like, some fun stories that you'll kind of look back on that you would want to share one of those?
So many stories with him, so many car rides everywhere. I'd edit this out if it's not PG enough. 6 months into training, he took me, Brixton, Donnie, Duke Cornell, I think it was just him, to the Good Brothers Seminar in Texas. And I remember falling asleep in the car, and I woke up, and I looked in front of me, and Nate's in the passenger seat, and he's got that smirk on his face. You know, the one. He's staring at me. Keep in mind, I'm sleeping like this. And he does his annoying laugh. And the only thing that went through my mind was, bro, what'd you do to my mouth? Later that night, after the show, we went to Whataburger for the first time ever. And he got himself a chocolate shake. And they bring him a shake, and it's vanilla. And this just proves how much Nate just didn't care. He's going to be Nate. He looked at it, took it to the counter, and said, excuse me, sir, this shake has a lot of privilege in it. I ordered a chocolate shake. Came back to his seat and just starts laughing. Because that's how he was.
I hate to take it back to this because, I mean, there's some great stories, but, like, if there's one thing that you could, say to him one last time, what would it be?
Thank you. Thank you for everything. I didn't deserve your kindness that you gave me. Thank you for pushing me all the time. Thank you for being a friend, a mentor. Thank you for helping me live my dream. I love you. I'm gonna miss you. Fuck you, asshole.